The power of radio is in your hands. You can play. You can pause.
Rewind.
You can download. It's Vikilonia Radio. Solely for your listening pleasure. Hey, we are online. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Vikilonia Radio. If you don't, you're missing a whole lot.
Did you know that the greatest gift you can give your family and the world is a healthy you? To learn about your health and get tips to maintain a healthy lifestyle, tune in to Health Focus on Vikilonia Radio at 10 a.m. on weekdays. Your greatest wealth is your health. Stay healthy. Good morning to you and welcome to your favorite program, Health Focus on Vikilonia Radio. I'm your new host, Dr. Susan, and I'll be sharing with you facts about your health and keeping you updated on how to stay healthy.
Oga, abeg, you get any good malaria medicine wey dey effective wey no go get odor too much?
Madam, shey na that side we dey find? I get am. This one na Lomapil. E no dey smell, e no bitter at all, and e dey work sharp. Oya, take go try am.
Okay, thank you, Oga.
Lumapil, yo na helele, e don finish. Lumapil, don finish.
Lumapil, a formulation of Artemether and lumefantrine, a product of Pharmatex Industries Limited. Innovations for healthier life. Available in all pharmacy stores nationwide.
Thank you all, Lumapil.
You're listening to your number one online edutainment radio.
Today on the show, we'll be looking at fainting. Fainting is something very common. I believe we've encountered someone faint on one or two occasions, and we may not know the right thing to do at that point in time. Today, we'll be finding out what to do, the right things to do when we have a fainting casualty in our environment. A faint is a brief loss of consciousness caused by a temporary reduction of blood flow to the brain. It may be a reaction to pain, exhaustion, lack of food, or emotional stress. Fainting is common after long periods of standing or sitting still, especially in a warm atmosphere. This inactivity causes blood to pool in the legs, reducing the amount of blood reaching the brain. When a person faints, the pulse rate becomes very slow. However, the rate soon picks up and returns to normal. How do you know when a person is fainting? There is a brief loss of consciousness that causes the casualty to fall to the ground. When you check the pulse, it's usually very slow. The skin of the individual will be pale and cold, and sometimes with sweat. What do you do to help this individual? What are your aims? Your aims of helping an individual who has fainted is to improve the blood flow to the brain, to reassure the person and make her or him comfortable. You do not advise a person who feels faint to sit on a chair with her head between her knees, because if she faints, she may fall, and then that becomes a more serious casualty. Now, step by step, what to do. We have step 1. When someone complains of feeling faint, advise the person to lie down. You kneel down, raise person's legs, supporting her ankles on your shoulder to improve blood flow to the brain. Initially, I mentioned that fainting is a function of blood pooling in the legs, which makes it uneasy for the blood to reach the brain. So, like I said, the aim is to improve blood flow to the brain. So when the person is lying down and the legs are raised above ground level, it helps the blood flow back so that there can be a reasonable amount of blood reaching the brain. Watch the person's face for signs of recovery. In step 2, you make sure that the casualty has plenty of fresh air. It is not advisable for people to cluster around a fainting person. That individual at that point in time needs all the air they can get. Ask someone to open a window if you are indoors. In addition, ask any bystanders to stand clear. As the casualty recovers, reassure her and help her to sit up gradually. If she starts to feel faint again, advise her to lie down once and raise and support her legs until she recovers fully. Usually it's just a short period of time, but when there are no signs of recovery on the part of the individual, open the airways and check breathing of this individual. It is advisable to get help at the hospital as soon as possible. What I just mentioned are few things you can do as an individual to help someone around you who is fainting before getting help in the hospital. We have come to the end of the show today. Stay healthy and keep listening to Vicky Lonia Radio.
Hey, we are online. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Vicky Lonia Radio. If you don't, you're missing a whole lot.